how to write a review paper. A good review paper critically analyzes data and information in different research articles. When writing a review article, you must gather various sources of knowledge relevant to the paper. The following tips will help definitely on how to write an article review. So first, select an appropriate topic that you can handle effortlessly. Cite the latest source relevant to your topic. Highlight gaps in recent studies that you should critically analyze. Set out your methodology in a detailed method sections. Edit, proofread, and check for uniqueness of your paper before submitting it. If you're writing a review article for the first time, you are bound to feel perplexed. It's okay. In our video today, we will explain what is a review article and share a simple way on how to write a critical review of an article. Hi guys, I'm Enrique from Studybay, where we guide students on how to achieve academic excellence. Let's dive into right away and learn how to write a review paper. Check out the journal's guidelines. Various journal article review papers have different guidelines and accept particular research papers, so not all of them will be interested in publishing review articles. Check out if the source you are planning to submit your review will accept it. So you should always try to develop an article review template to use it at this stage. Select the topic. You should here choose the right topic for your review. If your topic is unique, it will add more value to the field of study. You must introduce it in the first paragraph. Remember, your topic should address the gap in the current field of study. Here are the guidelines to follow in choosing the right research topic. First, discuss it with different scholars and teachers. Brainstorm various ideas, but only after analyzing the current field of study, select a topic on which you can quickly gather relevant data and literature review. Make sure you can easily write on the subjects that you like, of course. Choose the appropriate keywords and incorporate them when you start writing. Make sure your topic addresses a list of research questions. Don't forget to use the background reading and quickly search for relevant information before selecting a topic. The best way to identify a specific topic is by noting the study area first and then narrowing it down based on the most recent studies. Ask yourself relevant questions. Let's say you want to do your research on environment. Instead of generally writing about climate change, you can limit your research on the negative effects of ozone depletion on the environment. The most appropriate topics would be, for example, let's think, how are plastic bags causing ozone depletion, or how to reduce the adverse effects of ozone depletion. Mention scope of the review paper. One of the critical elements of a review paper is that it contributes to something new, to the existing research and the study field. For example, if you are writing a scientific review, you should study the existence, research, and address important gaps in the field. Pose pertinent research questions to address and underlying problem in the field of the study. So make sure your scope is neither too small or too large. Evaluate the sources of literature review. When looking for sources to evaluate, you must use multiple databases to find relevant information and research articles. This will enable you to gather all the crucial points for your research. But remember to pick the most recent studies on the subject to get diversified information and relevant to your chosen topic. Here are tips to guide you on how to write a review article literature review. So save all the research materials you intend to use in the paper, including, the article review examples that you may lay your hands on. Make a list of the papers that couldn't access when doing your research. Maybe you'll be able to find those research articles through other sources later on. So register to a site that is more important journal article review example papers. Narrow down your scope of study, which will help you gather only relevant articles for your literature review. Have throughout understanding of the topic. Have a good collection of both old and recent studies, so that you can not only summarize it, but also add more value to it. Always credit authors and co-authors when writing a literature review. Mention the title, abstract, and keywords. Write a compelling title and abstract using relevant keywords. Using this method, this will help you to showcase the article review online. Incorporate keywords in the subheadings to cover all the main points and to help the relevant readers to find your research. Appropriate use of keyword boosts your article's ranking online, hence helping you establish your name as a leader in that specific field. And this is perhaps one of the most essential tips to highlight your work and give it more organic visibility in this digital age. It also boosts your chances to appearing in Google Scholarship, citations, whatever it's APA, Harvard, MLA format. Now you can write an abstract for your review paper, and let's proceed for the next and most important part. Make a discussion. To write a plagiarism-free article review, you shouldn't just summarize, but you should critically analyze and discuss all the aspects of the paper. Ensure that you address various research questions and contribute to the existing field of study. During the discussion, analyze the entire topic and not just one aspect. Keeping your paper unique, concise, clear, and informative are key elements of critically reviewing an article. Include an element of debate. You can also resolve a conflict of interest between two previously published research articles. Compellingly present your point of view. Here is a piece of advice for you. Use different point of views so that you can compare and contrast relevant data and information. Analyze the articles philosophically, and present both sides of the story. Be concise and avoid lengthy explanations. Review and present ideas from different published articles. Use contradictory opinions to validate and to corroborate the information and the data you have used in the article. Write a conclusion. Now, sum up your research paper by making suggestions for future research on that same field and what topics can be used. A conclusion is the essence of the entire research paper, so you have to summarize and suggest the futuristic scope for the topic under review. You should keep it concise, crispy, and straightforward. Avoid using complex vocabulary and understand the purpose of a good conclusion. No need to elaborate and use heavy-sounding words that are difficult to understand. Proofread and edit. You might have mastered all the tips on how to write a review paper for a journal, but if you miss this last part, that won't make your paper quality. Your review article is incomplete until you edit and proofread all the grammatical and typo errors. The best way to identify all the spiky mistakes your review article is when your mind is fresh. So after completing it, wait for the last 2 days before you proofread it. You will be able to identify and fix possible typos, mistakes, and grammatical issues. Besides, if any essential information is missing, you can quickly fix that. You can always find an expert willing to proofread and edit your work on Studybay. Voila! Congratulations! Now you know how to write a review journal paper. That's all for today, guys. Do you have any questions? Write me. Write them in the comment sections below, and I will be really happy to address them as up. So don't forget to hit that like button below and subscribe to our channel to receive more impactful videos like this. Bye for now and see you in the next video. Namaste.